Hello, my name is Lucas, and I'll be comparing and contrasting facts from my time, my dad's time, and colonial time. When you think of Clear Lake, you think of two things: the surf and the lake. The surf was mostly known for when Buddy Holly played at the Winter Dance Party and later died in a plane crash. In Clear Lake, we have rich soil for lots of cornfields. We have chilly winters with warm summers. My dad grew up in Rockwell, Iowa. Their famous event was their chicken barbecue. Since it's a small town, this was their mainly big event. This was when they would fry chicken and have softball and baseball games. My dad lived out in the outside of town in a yellow house. New York's geographic features are the Hudson River and Mount Marcy. Mount Marcy is the highest point in New York. New York has highlands known as Appalachian Highlands and the Adirondack upland and the New England uplands. The colony of New York was established in 1624 by Dutch merchants. The Hudson River is one of their features. Many people huddled around the river because that's where the richest soil was. It also provided transportation and was a way of life. Do you know where the name Santa Claus came from? It came from the colony of New York. There once was a guy named Santa Claus who gave presents to the young and poor. Also, the colony of New York had the most diverse population of all the 13 colonies. But during the 17th century, the growth of population stopped because lots of the rich soil had already been taken. The Dutch law allowed people in the Netherlands and its colonies to attend any religious choice, although the Dutch Reformed Church, based on the Protestant faith, was the official Dutch church. The settlers who weren't Dutch brought over a wide variety of beliefs. People from Denmark, Sweden, and Norway were usually Lutherans, so were the Germans. I am Lutheran, and I have gone through Zion Lutheran Church in Clear Lake, Iowa, and I was also baptized there. I've gone there all my life, and my dad is also Lutheran and went to a church in Rockwell, Iowa that was Lutheran, and now he has moved to Zion Lutheran. During the colonial times, rye bread and cheese were always on the table. They also had stewed meat and potatoes. My dad was in a family of 9, and they had chicken most nights to feed them all. Lucky for my dad, chicken is his favorite. He also had mashed potatoes and corn on the cob in the fall. My favorite meal is biscuits and gravy. We have biscuits and gravy. Chicken, spaghetti are our common meals. At almost every meal we have mashed potatoes. We usually either have a fruit or vegetable. Governor Lovelace tried to improve the life of people during colonial times. His improvement made for quicker and easier transportation, also improved ferry service, but he didn't focus on the strength of military defense, which led to an attack. The Dutch were aware that the colony lacked military. The ships fired their guns and landed 600 soldiers. Soon the captor at Fort James surrendered, and New York was under Dutch control. Last year, I broke my foot during the basketball. I had to be on crutches for a week or so, and then I was in a big boot for a long time. I found it so much harder to even go to classes because it was much different than I was used to. When my dad was very young, his oldest brother, Stephen, died in the Vietnam War. Him and his family of 9 had to cope with him being gone. With a family of 9 and him being the youngest, he never really understood that he was gone forever. This took him a very long time to understand why it happened and how. For entertainment during the colonial times, kids liked to jump ropes or fly kites. They also played a game called Nine Pins, which is based off the modern day bowling. The Dutch also migrated ice skating from their homeland, but could only do it during the winter. Men also played card games or dice games. My dad watched some TV for entertainment, but his favorite was a card game called 500. It's a very complex game that my dad has tried to teach me, and I have never ever been able to understand. My dad also enjoyed sports, but his favorite was football. I like music a lot. My favorite type of music is rap. I also like pop. I also like to watch TV, sports, and the computer. And sometimes I play Xbox from time to time. The Dutch were known for their sweet tooth. They made many weird sweets, but one that I could find was cinnamon bark. My dad loves apple pies and cookies, and my favorite are brownies and cookies also. As you can see, some stuff has changed a lot and some has stayed the same. Some of it has made us how we are today, I guess. Colonial times have changed the way we live today.